Hey guys, I've purchased myself the cheapest smoker you could probably find, 50 bucks from Bunnings. I'm going to see if it's any good. Now, just want to let you know that I actually never smoked anything in my life, so I'm not much of an expert. I've looked at YouTube for a day now, and I'm hoping that I can pull off this brisket. Basically, I bought this thing because I was looking at the bullet one, the 3-in-1 that you can get from Bunnings, which was 70 bucks. But I looked at this one, I was like, this thing's 50 bucks. It looks heaps cooler and it's smaller. I like the fact that it was smaller because, you know, you've got to store it somewhere. So that's why I went with this one. If I can pull off a nice, delicious brisket in this, why not? Now, as you can see, it's firing and it's been going now for about an hour. Little chimney, as you can see, it's all smoking pretty well. Yeah, it's got the temperature gauge, currently sitting at 250. Oh, there she is. Pretty good. Nearly 5 hours. So I ended up wrapping the brisket. Here she is. So she's looking pretty charcoaly. It's got a fair bit of bark on that. But let's hope that it still tastes nice and soft and good inside.
It does look delicious.
Oh yeah, it's pretty tough bark. Alright, let's have a look at this. Oh yeah, that is juicy. Juicy there. I think this was the bottom bit, so this is a bit more cooked here, a bit more hard. It's probably not ideal.
Yummy. That's yummy, Daddy.
Oh yeah, that is very yummy, Penny.
That's yummy.
Soft meat, Penny.
And Mom was
So yeah, let's have a look here. Come and have a look. So here, this is quite hard, and that's purely because that was sitting close to the coals there. This here though, that looks super tender and juicy. Oh, that's good. Yeah. Okay guys, so it's the morning after the feast. How did it go? Well, it was good and it was bad. If you're buying this to be purely a smoker, I think you'll have to adjust some things, or it's just not going to work to be the perfect smoker. My meat was it was burnt or overcooked bottom side, and the top was fine. It was perfect. It was delicious. It was smoky. The taste was awesome. I was just disappointed with the bottom bit, and it's funny because the cut of meat I had, it had the bottom half of it was fatty at the bottom, and then it went thin to meat, and that was a problem because the fatty bit at the bottom, that section there, that was perfect. That was delicious. But where it went to meat and it being at the bottom, it was overcooked and hard, unfortunately. So the problem is with this smoker is the distance between the coals and your meat. And so the only thing I think you have to do, and this is what I'm going to experiment with next time, I'm going to find a piece of steel, metal, to sort of place above the coals to stop that direct heat to just go and whack the meat. If that makes any sense. I'll show you now. Basically, yeah, the coals are just too close. So I was thinking potentially making or placing some sort of another piece of steel to go across here. And that way you wouldn't be too concerned about where these coals are lying. It would give a nice averaging out of the heat that's pumping out here, and that way hopefully it would even out the cook. It may not work at all, and some people are just like, what are you thinking about? What are you doing, mate? My conclusion on the Jumbuck Bunnings $50 smoker is, if you want to buy something simple that you know it's going to work, you don't have to worry about having to sort of tinker with things that may or may not work, don't buy it. Pay $20 more, buy the $70 one, 3-in-1, and you'll be fine. It's a bit bigger. I probably should have bought it, but anyway. If you're someone who doesn't really care too much about it, is happy to have a tinker and have a play, doesn't want to spend much money at all, I guess buy it. Do I regret this buy? Not really. It was $50. I've enjoyed learning, about smoking. The end product was tasty. It was delicious. There was some bits though that were overcooked, and that was a shame. Will I get the perfect brisket? I don't know. I don't think so. People at home are going, no way, you're never going to get that perfect brisket. I know it's not going to be perfect, but will it taste good? Can I get something that's soft all around, all tender? If I can get that with a $50 purchase, that's pretty cool. So anyway, the other good thing is I've got some peri peri chicken that I've got to cook for dinner tonight. That's going to go whack on that. I'll get some smoke into that. That'll be tasty too. So it's not just your smoking you could use this for. Anyway, I hope I've been a help. Happy smoking.